Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to the CIA Special Activities Center. Now, this video really intrigues me because I don't know much about the CIA. To be honest, I don't think anybody who's outside of the CIA knows much about the CIA. So any kind of information that's offered to me about it, I'm going to want to digest that just to find out what goes on. Like, how do these guys operate? How do these guys decide what they're going to investigate, send agents into, divert resources into? So I've got no idea what to expect. I'm guessing this might be some kind of training facility, or maybe it's a place where they keep a lot of top secret confidential information or artifacts. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. So let's do it. Okay.
CIA Special Activities Center. What's up everyone, General Discharge here. Today's video is going to be discussing the Central Intelligence Agency's Special Activities Center.
Our voices disguised.
We're going to keep it short and sweet for you all, as this unit performs a lot of highly classified activities that no one may ever know. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Before we jump into it, make sure to take a moment and show us some love and support by liking our video and subscribing to our channel. Your support is our lifeblood. Do not hesitate to ask us questions in the comment section below. We check everything.
So the CIA has its own sort of special ops teams. I thought they would use like the Delta Force or the Green Berets for that sort of stuff.
The CIA's Special Activities Center, previously referred to as the Special Activities Division, is a division of the Central Intelligence Agency responsible for covert operations and paramilitary operations.
Wow.
Within the Special Activities Center, there are two different groups: the SOG, which stands for Special Operations Group, and the PAG, which stands for Political Action Group. The SOG operates with fewer than 100 operatives who are mostly selected from entities such as Delta Force, DevGru, Green Berets, Navy SEALs, or any other SOF unit you can think of. It participates in clandestine or covert operations that the US government does not want to be overtly associated with. This means that if anyone or anything is compromised during a mission, the United States government is able to deny all knowledge. The SOG is considered the most secretive special operations force that the United States has.
Really? To be fair, it makes sense because I've never heard of it until now. The SOG. Anyone know anything about it? Put it in the comments.
While it may pale in comparison to the SOG after how we just described it, the PAG is also very important. The Political Action Group is responsible for covert activities related to political influence, psychological operations, economic warfare, and cyber warfare. Their missions are more focused on politics and influence, especially in situations where the US does not want to be directly associated with whatever the Political Action Group is doing. So you just learned about the SOG and PAG, but did you know that under these, there are 4 different branches? There's the Ground Branch, Air Branch, Maritime Branch, and the Armor and Special Programs Branch. Let's briefly go over what each of these do.
Hey there, we hope that you're enjoying the video so far. General Discharge has a Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider joining the team. Links in the description. Now back to the video.
The Ground Branch is responsible for operations handled on the ground. Mind-blowing, right? We thought the same thing. They're skilled in surveillance, field and tradecraft, small arms, close quarters battle, hostage rescue, and advanced driving. This is the branch where a lot of former Delta Force members are recruited to. The Maritime Branch, as the name suggests, is responsible for missions that revolve around the water. They are experts in watercraft, ships, scuba, underwater diving, and other sophisticated maritime skills.
But I mean, why wouldn't the Navy SEALs be? Because wouldn't the SEALs be the #1 guys for anything related to water special ops?
Due to their focus with the water, SEALs tend to be recruited into this branch. For the Air Branch, all we got for you is that it has to deal with aviation activities, and it is assumed that those who are in it are highly skilled pilots and aviation experts. The elite pilots tend to be recruited from Air Force Special Operations Command and the 160th Special Operations Air Regiment Night Stalkers, and sometimes civilian aviation companies. They are tasked with flying everything from small light aircraft to large transport planes, having roles of covert insertion and extraction, covert transportation of sensitive cargo, and airborne surveillance and intelligence gathering. And last but not least, the Armor and Special Programs Branch. These operatives are tasked with the development, testing, and covert collection of new personnel, armory, equipment, and transport. They do not have as much of a combat role as the other three branches. So how do you get into the Special Activities Center, and what training do they receive? Well, as we mentioned before, you pretty much have to operate in some sort of soft unit, or a Tier 1 unit at that. While it is possible for the SAC to recruit from the CIA, they tend to pull from military units in the Joint Special Operations Command, or JSOC. First off, the CIA's formal designations for those in the SAC are called Paramilitary Operations Officers and Specialized Skills Officers.
It's incredible the amount of Special Forces units there are. Like, obviously a lot is kept from the public regarding, secret missions and operations and stuff. But to think that apart from the Green Berets, the SEALs, and all of that, the Dev Group, there are these groups as well. And the FBI probably got their own. It's crazy. Like, what must go on that we don't know about,
You need a bachelor's degree for this, but many have advanced degrees as well. SAC officers are trained at the FARM at Camp Peary, Virginia, and also receive training at the Point near Hertford, North Carolina. Operatives go through a course called the Clandestine Service Trainee Program, which is 18 months long. But that's just the beginning, and there's a whole slew of other stuff out there too. Here's a list of training and abilities that an operative in the SAC can have. High-level proficiency in modern weaponry, explosive devices and firearms, hand-to-hand combat, tactical driving, apprehension avoidance, IEDs, cyber warfare, halo hey-ho parachuting, combat diving, vehicle hot wiring,
extensive list,
wilderness training, EMS training, tactical communications, and tracking. Yeah, these guys are no joke. These guys have an extensive history and have been involved in many missions around the world, and many that we probably will never know of. As we mentioned earlier, the SAC pulls from Tier 1 units. We did a video on Delta Force and Dev Group, so we highly recommend you go check that out if you want some more information on some more elite units.
Fascinating.
We'll leave a card on screen and a link in the description for you.
Fascinating.
Well, that is the down and dirty of the CIA's Special Activities Center. Like we said, there's a lot about this entity that will remain in the shadows for quite possibly ever. But we hope you got something out of this. If you learned something from this video...
That video was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. I'm gonna check out more of his stuff. It's fascinating. It really piqued my interest, my curiosity, because I would love to know, and I'm probably never gonna know unless I join the military one day and somehow make it into the special ops. Like, the things that they must do, these covert missions, like they must get up to all sorts of things, like, the places they must go, the things they must see. Just, it really, really, it's stuff that I myself am really interested in. Like, if anyone has any stories or anything like that they can share, send them to me by email if you don't want to keep them confidential, because it's really, it's a life that fascinates me. The elite soldier, like the kind of mentality it takes to get to that point, the kind of things that they have to do and keep secret from everyone. It's crazy stuff. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.